one granddaughter, and I'm going to make sure the life that I have is not passed down to the next generation.
And there's what kind of want me now to. There's want me to pay him £5,000 to put me back on. To put me on.
When her husband passed,
To put me on his stage.
it takes courage. She could have just said no, but
Yeah? Because nobody knows me.
on behalf of everybody else here, I must say the condolences goes out to your husband. 101 years of age. So if we can stand up, please, and give us a love
Yeah.
dedicated to her husband. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Mervelee.
And for somebody who done that,
Thank you.
just after my husband died, and now I need help. I'm the one who need your concern about my welfare. Somebody will have to take responsibility. Somebody will have to take responsibility. Yeah? Just after my husband died, I was able to do that. So somebody is going to take responsibility for why nobody acted, despite me going through what I'm going through, and everything is left centered around a letter that was delivered in July. Yeah? A letter that was delivered in July. And whoever it is that is coming to my house, right, so I'm going to share this. I'm not, right, didn't I follow it? Didn't I follow you? Right, all right. I don't even know which one this I'm doing. Yeah? This is how I go about living.
A big thank you to Des and his team for getting me here. For me to have your support. And in particular, I want to mention the social media experts. Because everything that I have created has been stolen from me. And I need your help to get it back. going to end by saying I've just lost my husband. 101 and 1 month. And
I made the sacrifice. I paid my money. I just lost my husband. And despite having to go to court,
is my freedom.
yeah, and now I got my freedom and it's been taken away by somebody with an axe to grind. Yeah? Where is Tony Seeley and his mental health, whatever? The women who in his whatever, he has this thing using for his own personal gain. I reached out to Tony Seeley. I said, could you help me to share my story? I don't know who else I'm supposed to meet out to. Who else am I supposed to meet out? And I am the one. I'm the one in this situation where I can be imprisoned and evicted for my truth.
When my husband passed, she didn't know whether she was going to speak or not. So I'm really, it takes courage. She could have just said no, but I'm really proud of you. And
There's no wants me to
condolences goes out to
give him £5,000 to put me on platform
So if we can stand up, please, and give us some love.
because nobody knows me.
Your husband. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Mervelee. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you.
Was gonna do it until Paul said to me, Mervelee, be careful. Yeah? So all who's telling their story. Let's see what happens next. So I am going to continue. My story. So I reach to my husband dying in April, on the 8th of April 2024, and the impact and outcome of that happening and where I'm at in my life. So I'm gonna be like rush along because a lot of things is captured, although I have to hide, but I have I paid £1,000 for my husband's funeral to be streamed live. Because when people are talking about sparing money, and when I'm getting letter now from Lloyd's Bank because my stepson has gone to say he's executor, not even £5,000. I don't let it bother me because somebody will have to listen. Yeah. So that's the funeral thingy. Don't know how long it was supposed to be on there for 6 months or whatever. But I have my own one. Capturing memories, sharing them globally. 100. So it's first I'm taking it out. I have no time. From I got it, same place it's in at. So that's where I can find my husband, whatever. And if because people has watched it more keenly than me and told me what they have seen of my husband's family antics. Yeah? If undelivered, please return to ACR Photographic Collage Art Space 2, 4 Coburg Road, London N22, CU whatever. Yeah? So that is leading up to my husband's funeral. On that, you will see me performing because I paid for drummers and people were talking. So on that, you will see me performing in my cultural clothes. I'm supposed to be at a drumming today, but I can't go. And because I'm supposed to be taking a lead role, but I don't know. I don't give up yet. So I spend my husband money, people, to give him the funeral that he deserves. Sad to say, his family didn't support me, but whatever I could do, I done. And it's captured on a global thing that, well, if I said global thing, you know where to go and find it, but I have my copy. So this is the program. Yeah? So that's my husband, a photograph I have in here. So I'm going to read everything I'll do because I'm doing therapy. I'm staying alive. I've done documentaries on here for my husband and other things. I have to shut them down. But I'll give up my rights just to keep in the loop. Order of service. Entrance music. When the Saints Go Marching In by Louis Armstrong. Welcome and opening prayer. Al Mayfield Celebrant. The Lord is God and he has made his light shine upon us. With bows in hand, joining the festal procession up to the horns of the altar. You are my God, and I will give you thanks. You are my God, and I will exalt you. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. I'm not going to read everything. Yeah? Psalm 23, tribute from Trevor. Go and listen to Trevor tribute. Him, O Lord my God, eulogy, family tribute, song from Mervelee. My granddaughter's mother was here, and it's all there. I'm going to try and keep it as positive as I am, remembering what Paul said, remember focus. So I'm going to focus on the positive and then I'll go in the negative. Yeah? So I restart my thingy. Yeah? Because why is everybody shutting me out? So Mimi Owusu's got the message and gone. Closing words. No, reflection song. The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. Because my husband was a gambler. And me not gambler. I see my husband pick up £1,000 and put on boxing. My husband know when to stop and when to start again. I would never do those things I see my husband does. But my husband was my husband. And I thank God for him. And that's why I'm putting out this effort, giving up my rights and restarting again. Because somebody will have to hear my story of how a man like that was left to die the way he died. And the why I am being shut down to stop my story being told. Exit Music, Flying Machine by Teddy Magnus, same Alan Magnus, Radio Fame. Graveside Gathering Music, Promised Land by Dennis Brown. And I guess that was the one I was dancing with too. When I moved from where I was and come out on the concrete, and Miss Girlie started shouting, "A trouble ya look, a trouble ya look," with her children and grandchildren surrounding her. And I was on my own. And all I did, I said, "You've done it at the birthday party, and now you're doing it at the funeral." I might have said more. But me being me too, in certain space, I don't do certain things. And you must remember, it was being streamed. But people have seen enough. Yeah? People have seen enough. It was being streamed. Yes? So whatever was there to be seen, it will be seen. Yes? None of her children and grandchildren who were old enough, and I'm sure, stopped her. And the minute I said, "You've done it," Jill and Sister Sharon come and hold my hand and take me away. I said I might have said more, but I would have said that in a decorum way. And that's why I'm putting on record why I decided my brothers, until they get some counseling, I want nothing to do with them. Because I paid for my brother to come here because he celebrates his birthday in March, like my husband. So I paid for him to come to celebrate the 100th birthday party. My brother Amley, I did not see my brother Amley from the time I attended my mother's funeral. So I made sure, although he has a disability, I said, "Come, brother, come celebrate Tom's life." So I paid for Amley and Ballis to come. I paid for Jill to come. That's extra sound in the door. So I know that's extra sound. I know when it's extra sounding. I'm alert to every sound and whatever. That's extra sounding of the door. Yeah? I'm alert to all nuances. They know I'm in here. I'm not closing my curtain. They're probably listening to know that I'm not in a good state. But see what I've done? Yes. So I told you about the incident. I'm dancing. Paid for Jill to come. Jill offered to slap me in here. And my brother, they pack up and went because my brother tell me it was my behavior at the funeral. I'm in mourning for a brother because yes, I'm in mourning for a brother. You will see the video. I have to close down, but you'll see the video of me celebrating, seeing my brother eye to eye, not on whatever, in person, and what my brother's done. And my big brother, it was my behavior because I was dancing at my husband's funeral. And then they left because I put them up in hotel. Yeah, Chink did in a hotel too. I put them in hotel and they left and they went back. And now none of them is talking to me. And I hear my brother on the phone. After his brother changed his mind, I hear my brother on the phone. I have to try now if I can set up this. I hear my brother on the phone telling my son was sat right here, that he must left me alone. Left her alone, man. Left her alone, man. because she's not, she's like mama. She's not like papa. My parents are like cheese and chalk. So what I'm trying to say, there's trauma because my parents decided to bring their children up in a certain way. My mother is this overbearing woman. I guess she got it from the way she was raised, having to take responsibility from an early age, having part of her thumb cut off, and I'm sure that traumatized my mother. It's only since I got counseling and since I got counseling, I understand my mother. So I could write her a eulogy and hearing her story then. So I heard my mom's story, then I got counseling, and then I can see the parallel in my life and my mother's life. Because my granny raised two children to adult and to to adulthood. And yes, the favoritism was there. So I see the favoritism come because it was one of my brother who was the favorite, not me in the family. Didn't bother me. Yeah? My mom missed her opportunity to go learn to do posh baking with her auntie because she had to be home to take care of her father and the home. My mother missed it's listening to my mother talking and some of the reflection. My mother said, because my great grandparents were land barons in Grangeville, Westmoreland, they had a whole lane named after them, Chambers Lane. Chambers Lane. So they had land or had property. Don't know if they had slaves. Don't know that bit. Haven't had time to and left everything behind. So my mom missed a certain life. My mom hankered after a certain life, which she never had. And that's why she tried her best with all of us. And in her way, she was a domineering woman. My brother Daston said, Mama should be Papa and Papa Mama. My mom was a domineering woman, I told you. My mom never spared the rod and spoiled me, an only girl. I guess I've got more beating from my mother more than my brothers. Because what my mom was decided, I'm going to raise my daughter this way. Nothing is going to stop me from raising my daughter. But I accepted that my mom's raising of me was for my best interest. My brothers have not accepted that whatever my mom done, it might have been right, but they could have compensated. So even after my mom is dead, my brother Ballis and all of them, especially him, is here telling my son when he's here, "This man, let me man, let me man, let me man, mama man." So me tell my brother, he's a fucking liar. My big brother. I didn't do the racha word, you know. I told my brother on the phone, I said, "You're a fucking liar." All of them need counseling. Mr. Tony Seeley is another one who need counseling. I see him do a thingy that he never went and saw look for his sister when his sister was sectioned. So that's why I'm doing certain things. So that psychiatrists who come here, where were they when I was doing all that thingy? Where were they? Where were they? Yeah? The committal, closing words and prayer, exit music, many rivers to cross by Jimmy Cliff. And here is Trevor beside me. This is the Trevor beside me who is now turned ticks in my whatever. She couldn't be here because she is now in China. But her daughter is here and they didn't. They didn't come to the funeral. They came to the party. She and her children didn't come, and it was after I understand that she and her husband split up. I signed for she and her children to get their papers. This is my friend Joyce. They abandoned me. That's my graduation. And I have all these things here, and nobody take these things. This was for my husband's 99th birthday. This one paid for it, and we went out for a meal and take photographs. So I have these. Yeah? So this is the family thing. And you tell me now, you leave me now and telling me that my life is just since I was sent a letter about possession. What comes before and what comes in between, even leading up to my husband's death, has nothing to do with it. And when that letter came, it was the month I was losing a brother, one in hospital, intensive care, spending 6 days. I have the first high blood pressure. And then me and Tessa Joel in public asking for help. And nobody take those into consideration. Some trumped up allegations that is being used. I have no shopping. Yesterday I said I was going to go shopping. And then a phone call came that put me down. So this is where I wrote my thingy. So introduce another scammer, Monique Campbell Wilson. She was quick to help me to do whatever. And now thousands of pounds gone. So I'm going to do colonization in reverse. We are in October. No, we are not in October. We are in November, and I'm gonna try and see November because I'm getting older and whatever. Right. So the most significant date in November was the 11th of November. I'm going to talk about November as it relates to me and my younger brother. So this November, my brother's birthday, I made a series of videos and sent it to my family celebrating my brother's birthday. But I didn't send them to him. I sent them to my family hoping they would see what I'm trying to do to get back in with the family. And then I think I made us send him a voice message. And then I called my brother. And my brother didn't answer the phone. And I acted as if it didn't hurt me, but it hurt me. It was afterward, I remember, that it was my grandniece's birthday also because I started all of this celebration on Facebook. And dates are very important to me. So although I hadn't spoken to my brother for a while, I think the last time I spoke to him properly, apart when he ranting and raving when my son was here, telling my son to smash up my laptops and my phones and everything. The last proper conversation I had with my brother was when I asked him, I said, because you were on the phone when my neighbor caused me to barricade myself in here on Christmas Eve 2022, could you do me a little witness, whether in a recording or in a letter or something to say that you was on the phone with me for over an hour before the police arrived? And my brother said he's not doing it. It won't help. I guess that was there, and then I decided, you know what? I can't let my brother be the death of me. So I'm not gonna sit around waiting for my brother to do anything for me because he's not gonna do anything for me. And my brother was separating me from my family from me because the last person I had, my brother Balis. Now my Balis doesn't talk to me anymore. And what really hurt me was Balis saying my behavior, me dancing at my husband's funeral. My dancing was responsible for being treated the way I was treated. Birthdays are important to me. I have a thing with dates, especially since my father, my auntie, and my uncle were born on the 27th of October. My auntie is the only one alive. And I met somebody, Winsome Duncan, who stole my manuscript and done all she done. And then one of the district judge who labeled me a violent nuisance behind my back. I didn't even get a chance to say my side. And I have the paperwork of what they all did. And that's why I said when God speak, so the only voice I respond to is God. I don't respond to any other voice I hear. Or any voice that's coming to my head, I don't respond to them. So when the psychiatrist is gonna say after reading things about bipolar and saying that I'm making things up, I know I'm to go on medication to stop me making things up, and then bringing his nurse here and telling me because of confidentiality, I need to switch things off. What was his intention? But because I didn't do any recording when I was telling him about my brother and him asking me, what do you want me to, why are you telling me this? He thinks it doesn't count. It will count. And that's why I find ways and means to lock down whatever. Because somebody, somewhere, as Professor Calvin said, created for your future generation. But even if my grandson doesn't talk, there will be a means and a ways for him to be able to do what he wants to do. Because at 3 years old, and his ability to use technology, all he needs is the support. So even if he doesn't talk, he will find a way like Professor Stephen Hawkins. That's my vision. That's why I'm upset when I hear that my son is saying his mother should take him away from the school he's paying because he can't afford the fees because he's not working. My son is responsible for not working. He got £5,000 for my husband to start his business or do something. I know they're coming fighting me down for the little money my husband leave for me. No? Birthdays. My brother, Irvin Julius Emston Emard, the only one of us who was educated at Manning's High School. The others of us grafted. Ashton never went more than Townhead Primary School. He went to film school a few weeks or a few days, I don't know how much, and went back to Townhead. And he was one of the biggest brains you could think of. People think he went to Manning's. And my brother is doing what he's doing to me. Why does my brother hate me? Yeah? I was 7 years old when my brother was born. Nurse Parkins, a white woman, was the nurse who came to deliver my mom and do whatever nurse does at a birth. I remember mom's pregnancy. She had varicose veins. I remember my mom was fat. I have no memory of my mother and Emily's birth or anything. Most memory I have of my Emily is us moving to Gaga Street, our own land, in 1963. I remember everything about mom's pregnancy. Mom was fat. When mom had the baby, everybody bring mom's dinner. Mom had dinner upon dinner upon dinner. Food to eat. That's what the neighborhood does. And like this neighborhood who has turned on me. The day my brother was born, on the 11th of November 1966, my biggest memory is my father handing me my little brother so that my mom could rest. I remember all the antics of them saying, nurse bring helicopter, bring baby, and baby give mother, and the whole thing and thingy. And even then, I guess, although I accepted it, I know nothing couldn't go so. I was responsible from the time my brother was born for taking care of him. Pardon me, I'm not going to die anymore. I've belched. 69, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Hmm. 66, going back way. 65, so I know my maths. I'll do on this calculator. 64, 63, 62, 61, 60, 59. Because I born May and my brother born November. I'm 8 years older than my brother. Because I'm born May and he's November. I'm 8 years older than my brother. And I've been taking care of my brother from he was born until I came to England and said to him when he said he's going into politics, because he's been through banking, he's been through teaching, he's been through that. That's the thing of our family. I said to him, no, Irving, you cannot go into politics. Politics is not a career. Politics is like a whatever. I said, Irving, I will start you off at college and I will do this, and then that's how we're going to break the cycle of poverty. Yeah. So when it's Kevin turn and we're going to go down and build. I don't know if at the time when I was talking to him, I even know about generation and wealth or anything new, but there were things planted in my head from what Ashta wanted to do and blah, blah, blah. Yeah? Like my brothers before, they had a hard time. If Byron didn't live Westmoreland, he wouldn't have made his mark. Short life involved, but when Byron died, he had his own property in the hills of St. Andrew. He used to do coffee and banana, along with his job at Heart Academy. Stony Hill Heart Academy was the last place he worked before he died. My brother Irving Julius Amsterdam. I used to pack barrels, people. The first barrel I packed, I remember Elisha Myers said he's never seen a barrel packed like that. Because I packed things into shoes, there was no space. I made sure every space is something is in that space. So if it's a pair of socks, something. Mr. Myers, Elisha Myers said to me, I've never seen a barrel packed like that before. I need to get the most out of my money. That's me. I'm a cheapskate, and once I learned how to get the best out of being cheap, yes, I prefer be cheap and extravagant. I remember unpacking barrels, and my brother would say, make sure you put our shoes in there for my friend Shalton Kuhun. Shalton is Professor Kuhun. Professor Kuhun read something at my mom's funeral. After hearing going to Jamaica and hearing mom's story from Miss Connie and Ballis, I came home and I started writing mom's eulogy. I did not know how to edit it because I'm blah 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 blah. So it was son and his wife who edited it. I was not able to do the reading or anything because I was still the background person. So it was edited and read at mom's funeral. But I captured mom's story so mom got the recognition in death at the Townhead Baptist Church that she didn't get in life throughout her 90 years of life. I had 7,000 odd K views on my mom's eulogy on YouTube. Not YouTube, sorry. Then I didn't know the importance of YouTube. I created YouTube in 2012, but I didn't know the importance. I just sat here and I created. I see things and I created. But if I had known the reach of YouTube, I probably would have had more. My focus was Facebook and LinkedIn. I hope the solicitor will be seeing these. I'm supposed to be at drumming, but I'm shutting. I haven't drawn my curtain because I'm so weak. I went to Jamaica 2 times in 2013, 2014. I arrived in Jamaica on the 13th, on the 22nd of December 2020, 2013. That would be my son's Valdin Alden Legister birthday, where I met my grandson. He was 4 years old, and his mother, Nahil Julian Brown Legister. I'll tell you a little bit about my grandson and hearing about. I once worked as a living helper, domestic worker, for some Buchanan in where when I sit where I'm on the veranda where I'm at, I could see Pernell Charles at his property. And I could actually view his patch of white hair. So the people I work with were Buchanans from out of St. Elizabeth. So this was the brother of one of the PNP MP. And I could stay on that veranda and see JLP Pernell Charles on his property, and I could actually see his white hair. I remembered I was planning to go home. And my son was in town with his father's Michael's girlfriend, Caroline's. I don't know Caroline's surname. And I was going home for holiday, living job, taking care of a child, doing the housework and everything. And I was going home, and it was like my son's father girlfriend was, "Oh, will you take him home?" And I said, "No, he's my son. He's going home with me." So then the MP died by this time, I don't know if I knew about my grandchild. No, I didn't know about my grandchild. I spoke to my brother because my brothers and I are very close, especially Daston. Because Daston want this and Daston want this and Daston know where to who to add strings thing his whatever who's gonna get he's gonna get the best outcome. Because he knows even if it's us that have to cuss him and carry on. I remember when he beat me up and because of him beating me up I have a bad back. My sister is not gonna say no. So even when my sister have to tell you were a wicked brother who beat me up and give me a bad back, but when he comes with his begging, Sister Ratty is not going to say no to Daston's wishes. Daston know all of that. And I would love I have our differences and I love my brother dearly. He's dead and gone now. I love my brother dearly because my brother was the only one who used to beg mama not to beat. We are beat her for. So sometimes we stand up against mama and decide, say, you're not going to beat her today, mama. Boston was the only one who stopped me getting a beating. But I'm going back to my brother. My educated, intellectual, imbecile brother, Irvin Julius M. Nemard, who wants to be leader of the Nemard clan, who had told him that he's destroying the fabric of the family that is left by my family, by my mother and my father. I was created. I didn't know when my brother declared me mad. But I know when my brother started showing some things and I didn't realize the implication. So my brother asked me, why are you not going on holiday like you used to? And I said to my brother, I cannot go on holiday. I have my husband to care for. And my brother said to me, no, it's not that. You are scared that if you go out, they won't allow you back. Back then, I wasn't scared of anything. I wasn't even thinking about those things because I know I have never done anything to break the law of this country. So when my brother declared me mad, I didn't know of it. When my brother told my son that I hate him, or when my brother told me I hate my son because my son's father didn't marry to me, I didn't take it as nothing. Because I know the relationship my son, father, and I have. Nobody can supersede that. I spoke to him and Aba yesterday. Because I brought Aba in my life who has never had a child. She maybe had a few miscarriages. But Aba was just as much a mother to my son Valdin Allen Legister as me who gave birth to him. I don't know what my brother's jealousy is about. My brother was hit when his wife had to do an operation and it affected her. So she had to give up her teaching. I remember once my brother saying to me, if I know the amount of drawers he had to wash, that's panties, knickers, whatever. So in a sense, I drink the Guinness and it's going to my head. That's why I said to people, I don't drink. I don't have a high threshold level for liquor. All I had is a Guinness. That's all I have. And it's affecting me. That's why I don't drink outside my house because I have no control. I'm in here now. I have control. And I will not lose control. That's me. Yes? We're talking about my brother who needs counseling. And we're going to talk about how I reach here. That's why I closed down my YouTube. So there is nothing to cloud in whatever. We're talking about Irvin Julius Emston Ahmad, born on the 11th of the 11th, 1966, at Townhead, Westmoreland, Jamaica, West Indies. My brother needs counseling to stop hating his sister. And he should know, if he could explain why he hates his sister, then maybe we would be able to resolve the matter, but he's not talking to me. So I have to be the big sister who is going to make the difference. Are you going to send me to jail when I've explained my situation and evict me and make me homeless? Let's see. I've been asked by the solicitor I was recording to remove whatever I put there. So I've closed my thingy down. And it's like starting afresh. Because the world must know what the psychiatrist was up to. And the world must know why the psychiatrist behaved the way he did. Why the psychiatrist said nothing was known about me until until 2017. Why I was kicked out of the surgery, Nexus surgery. And they say so for Dr. Joanna Pennock. After I have my recording of our conversation and her apologizing for certain things. This is a matter of survival. I want to survive in the best possible way, that I don't have a hypo, or I don't have a stroke, and I don't have something that, yes, I'm not cooking, I'm not eating, but you see, I've had a Guinness. It's making me want to go to sleep, but I'm fighting the sleep because that's the effect alcohol has on me. Can you see when I take the Rispora done, and then I have to go take that, and then another medication that make me sleep, and one that calms my chronic anxiety, and one that calms my headache and whatever it is. And then it shortens your life, and it has an impact if you have dementia and diabetes. Conditions that my father and my mother died with. And that's why I said to them, make sure you pass on that I'll be using the report that this person wants me now to come to sit with him to correct his mistakes that he decided to do. Yeah? So you're in contact with the solicitors, they're all the same. They do nothing. They're paid to get an outcome, and nothing you do will change that outcome. Only I intend to change that outcome. Because as I said to the psychiatrist, I'll be using it for research. How many research have I been on? Employment research, Dr. Maria Hudson's The Experience of Multiple Discrimination. Mental health research. I can be found on Radar, CNS, King's College, London, with Dr. Faint Matcham. I've done my own research for Jonah Sullivan, A Voice of a Child for Richard Harting, Men in Childcare. He's responsible for those. At the time, I didn't know. Yes, I feel like I should go to sleep because I've had a Guinness. I know the effect the Guinness have on me, but I have to fight it. Like I will have to fight a lot of things. I said because this is 5 hours, I need to close this down and see if I can start a new one. Because I intend to be a change for good in what is happening to me. When a Mimi Wowusu can come on board and YouTube give her leeway to have 3 names so far to come and target me. And YouTube is saying comments I put on my own content breach their community guidelines and can result in me losing my channel. I've done things where I have evidence of YouTube cyberbullying. One Guinness can make me intoxicated. I don't drink outside the perimeters of my house because I always have to be in control, or else they will take advantage or disadvantage of you. So I'm going to show the world what I'm made of. And all those who have provided platforms, like YouTube, just threatened me with taking away my channels. And I know it's Mimi Owusu who's they targeting me. £10,000, and that is only what went through the bank. There are other monies, Mimi Owusu. And Mimi also wrote a 12-page witness statement for housing for women. Housing for women who is involved in a year's domestic violence thing. Yeah? The solicitors will have to say why they have stuck to their grounds about. We're not going to do anything about what your life was like before. We're not going to do about anything about what your life was order. We are doing everything about what they say you've done. That is not the fact. Yeah? That is erroneous. That's allegations and the evidence are out there. So do they pay legal aid for a certain outcome? That's what we have to look at. How long do I have? I don't know. How long do I have? I don't know. And when my thing is not working, it's one even harder. But I have never given up without a fight. I have never given up without a fight because I feel like just go lie down because I drink a Guinness. And that's the only thing I have in the house to help. I haven't eaten since yesterday. So the Guinness is in my head and telling me, go lie down, and I refuse to go. Because I'm rising above whatever it is that traumatized me. And whatever it is that took my chances of being somebody. Irvin, Julius, Nemhard, needs counseling. CBT. See why I said people? Liquor and drugs, no. All I had is a Guinness. But because there's nothing in my stomach that really makes it harder, so it's easy for me to be intoxicating. Yeah, nothing in my stomach, so it's easy for me to get intoxicated, and that's why I don't drink outside the perimeter of my house. So if I've always got to be in control, and that's why my brother, I have to tell the story of my brothers who hate me. My brothers who hate me because they hate our mother. Do you hate our mothers, brother? You don't even know why you hate our mothers, but you hate our mother. So now our mothers is dead. Our mother is dead. You have to transfer the hate to me because I'm a strong person who stand up. No matter who it is, I stand up. I take a stance. I pay money to have my voice be heard. Yeah? And you've been weaklings and cowards. Cannot understand how our mother had to be strong for us. You're no different from Tony Seeley, who has put me on the strong front. Who's in Africa doing all this in Ghana, Kenya, this and that? Tony Seeley. But he has a group where he has the women, and all he does, he use the group to promote himself. I've reached out to Tony Seeley and I've said, can you help me tell my story? And Tony Seeley is not willing to do that. But what Tony Seeley must realize, I'm composed of Brixton Market for Border Crossings, Song Street. So when solicitor is going to take me and tell me to take whatever down, I took it down. I am one who is compliant, but I've hidden it. And I'm making new content that will show the world who know I am not wrong. I'm a resilient person. I haven't had a bath. I'm not eating properly. But God is going to see me through. God, my father believed in that never Parkinson didn't take away his life. Yeah? Yeah? How is it that one woman who was being there for everybody gets targeted because of a system that allows a psychiatrist to come in here, which is woman, his mental health nurse, because they came with a thingy. And then when they came, they see I was not on my own, so they couldn't put their plans into actions. So if I turned off my recording, despite me not being on my own, they could put their plans into actions. But what did I do? I booted them out of here. I stayed right here. I didn't move. I didn't cross there. Because I did when police came to murder me and suffered the consequences. Yes, I have my record. So District Judge Beecham, who wants to take the case, carry on with the case, I am respecting you from here to do what is right as a woman. Remember, the team is Irvin Julius Emston Emile. I'm gonna be celebrating writing on my father that my father said he got our names in his dream. So we do get things in our head, don't get me wrong. Psychiatrist who doesn't even know that you can send a report via email, who is still using things like CRB. So where have you been? Too busy with your whatever to be aware of these things. And you're coming to my house treating me like I'm an idiot or a criminal, needing emotional regulation treatment and a violent nuisance. And a solicitor can agree. He's the professional. What fucking professional is he? So that's why I'm locked in my house and I haven't gone to drumming because I have no strength to go to drumming. And I have my things here. And I can't do anything because I have no strength. And now I'm going to finish this and start a new one because that's the way I'm going. Until I get back the initiative to be out there, I need to sort out my rent, I need to sort out my insurance, I need to do this and I need to do that. But I'm going to show the world. I just wish this fucking thing would work, but it's not working. Yeah, so I'm back to another one. I need to end this. What the fuck is going on?